Colby Covington and George Masvidal will headline for UFC 272 on March 5. Colby Covington and George Masvidal used to be best friends. They trained together, spent good time together, and share an apartment together. Help each other in the Octagon as well. Masvidal and Covington, they were training partner and excellent friend outside the America Top 10 gym in Coconut Creek, Florida. UFC Chief Business Officer Hunter Campbell told to ESPN that they wanna settle their beef on March 5, UFC 272. Let's revisit how beef started between George Masvidal and Colby Covington. The beef started in 2019. According to George Masvidal, the issue started after Covington ripped off their coach and didn't pay the money to their coach.
All he cares about is himself. That's all Jorge is a guy that cares for himself. He doesn't care for others, and he doesn't care for anybody unless they can do something for him. And I'm not that guy. I'm not going to always just do stuff for you and then be taken for granted. So, now I passed him up. I'm making more money than him. I'm banging harder chicks than him. I'm doing better than life, and he's just a jealous little
And George Masvidal fired back to Covington like this.
And then I heard a soundbite as well before that one, and he was talking about how the sport is selfish. How he's in it for himself, how he's got no friends, and that's why he trashed another one of our teammates, Dustin Poirier, before his fight, So him saying that stuff about me is like contradicting that, but you just said that's okay because we're in an individual sport, and that's not true. Also, he ripped off my coach. It was his coach. We were with him till his title fight. After he won the title, he owed him a certain amount of money. Didn't pay him. I said, if you don't pay him, I'm gonna F you up. My coach got in between it. Doesn't have to be like this. Let it slide. Blah blah blah. Since then, I ain't talked to the dude. It's been about I don't know when he won the title, a year and some change, and it is what it is, man. All these words, they do have consequences to me because this guy used to sleep in my couch. He used to eat off me because I was the one with the sponsors. He was just still relatively an amateur, and I was helping this guy out. So it hurts that he would do that in a way just for a like on Facebook,
After this event, Colby Covington got personal. He posted a photo on social media with George Masvidal's ex-wife. He posted this photo and wrote, "Out here playing game with Mrs. Masvidal. Great catching up with you, Marita." According to the Colby Covington, it all started due to Masvidal's jealousy and ego. And he called Masvidal a bad father.
The president had called me that day, and I think he saw all the hype I was generating. He didn't like that. He has a big ego, and he couldn't put his ego aside for the friendship, and he didn't like that I was getting in the spotlight more and I was rising above him in the ranks. And he just started talking out of nowhere. He started saying that he wanted to fight for his kids and he'd fight anybody for his kids, but come to find out the guy's a piece of shit. He doesn't care about his kids. I was just with his ex-wife yesterday. His ex-wife, I put all the pictures on Instagram, Twitter. If you go look at the internet, we know that Google is complete fake news, because if you look at the internet and what Google says, it says Jorge Masvidal's wife is Iman Kawa and the mother of his children is Iman Kawa. Iman Kawa, Melky Kawa, and Abraham Kawa, the first-round manager's sister. You're whoring out your sister on Google and putting her as Jorge Masvidal's wife and the mother of his children? That's a complete lie. The mother of his children and his wife that is still on his marriage certificate today, they're not divorced yet, is Maritza Collado, Maritza Masvidal. So, the truth is Jorge Masvidal is a piece of shit father. He's a piece of shit fighter, and I hope I get to expose him in front of the whole world soon.
This is confirmed. Colby Covington and George Masvidal will headline for UFC 272 on March 5. Anyway, this fight gonna be epic, and press conference and face-off are going to be more intense and dramatic because they know a lot of secret about each other. Let's move to another combat sport news. Tyson Fury has message to Anthony Joshua. He said, "You have let little steroid man from middleweight come up and take your belt."
I can't believe that AJ has gone and give Ukraine all the heavyweight belts back after all my hard work of relieving them. You big useless dosser. You've let a little steroid man come up from middleweight and set about you and take all your belts. But he's going to have to take a real British Lancaster bomber like me to go and relieve the useless little steadhead of the belts and get him back to Britain. You useless dossers. Honestly, bring them to me. The Gypsy King, bring them to me. And I'll put them in the place. I'll relieve them of the belts again.
Since George Masvidal and Colby Covington fight scheduled for UFC 272, the original championship fight which previously scheduled for UFC 272, now they are postponed for UFC 273 on April 9. A real Hawani tweet on this. Alexander Volkanovski versus Chan Sung-jung aka Korean Zombie for the 145 title is done deal for UFC 273 on April 9. Co-main event is Aljamain Sterling versus Petr for 135 title. New headliner for UFC 272 is George Masvidal versus Colby Covington. Verbal not signed. Aljamain Sterling blamed Petr for fight postponed. He says, confirms that he was told that they are moving the fight because of Yan. I fixed the headline for you guys. And the response of Aljamain Sterling, Petr tweets, pathetic liar desperately trying to look good and control the narrative, but it won't work. I'm vaccinated and ready to bash you anywhere, even tomorrow. UFC simply doesn't want fake champion to headline the event. That's all for today. Hit that subscribe button for latest MMA update.